extension seems like a very simple exercise to do, which honestly it is, but there are a few things that we can do to manipulate the leg extension that's going to make it far better for muscle growth in our quads. Number one, you want to set up and get into a position to where this cam, where the momentum arm is of the leg extension, is set up in a position to where it's lined up directly with the knee joint to keep as much pressure off of the knees as possible and put all of that tension into the quads. So you can see that my knees are in front of that cam, so I need to pull the pad back on this top in order to get to a position where my knees can line up with that cam. Number two, just like that lady shows in her video, leaning back on a leg extension, which is why I like this machine from RitFit so much, is because it allows you to lean back much further, which allows you to put a much greater stretch on the quads during the leg extension. And we know from a hypertrophy standpoint, to build muscle, training the muscle through a lengthened position is advantageous for muscle growth. So in this lean back position and having the cam with my knees, we want to make sure that we're placing the starting point with the leg extension as far back as possible so that our legs are ideally rolling underneath of the pad at the bottom, because with ourselves leaned back and our legs coming underneath of us, this is what's creating that stretch in the quads. So once you're into this position, knees are lined up with the cam, you're leaning back like this, you've pulled the pad back as far as possible. All we're thinking is pulling up on these handles to drive our butt into the ground, and we're just gonna drive those legs up with a 1 second squeeze at the top, and make sure you're controlling that eccentric and allowing the legs to travel behind you as far as possible to get that huge stretch. These are very simple tips for a very simple movement, but it's going to allow you to get the absolute most out of performing a leg extension.